When I started making beats and stuff, my boy was like, you gotta tag your music so people don't steal it. So the first thing I thought of, I was like, I'm gonna call myself Murda Beatz because I'm a Murda Beatz.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
My name's Murda Beatz. I'm a producer from Canada, Niagara Falls, Ontario. So what defines my signature sound is how I grew up. Growing up on like rock and metal, I feel like you can hear that in like the 808s and the drums in my beats, you know, and like the ambience of Canada, and then like the dirty south of my drums. I've been using FL for like 13, 14 years now, since I was 16 years old. I got a version on my mom's computer and I just started like making like music. And like, I was like really bad. Like the beats were like really terrible. Kids used to make fun of me in school. Like the principal told me that like I should pick a different career path because it wasn't like realistic and stuff. But I was like, this is so fun. Like in the first week, it just went from like a hobby to like what I wanted to do the rest of my life. I actually went into FL Studio and made like the robotic tag Murda Beatz on my first stuff. It was so bad.
Murda Beatz.
And then I think the second tag I made, I used like a rock band mic and I just like set it and like pitched it down and then just like used to tag up all my beats with those. It was so hard to like find the good drums and stuff when you first start making music. You don't know where to look. Now you open FL and you have the cloud right there. You can just search up anything you want. When I found out that FL was doing the cloud thing, I was like, man, that's exciting, you know? Like I definitely want to be a part of this. The Murda Beatz Platinum kit, you know? I just wanted like a very like easy go-to kit. So there's a lot of like go-to basic drums in there that I would be using. And then there's like a lot of like different creative stuff. And then there's also like melodies and one-shots. I definitely use Gross Beat. I use a lot of like stock plugins in FL. I feel like it's very like diverse pack. Something that like I would have wanted when I started making beats, you know? So now I'm gonna show you guys how to make a beat with my kit. Let's go. So this is the first look at the Murda Beatz Platinum kit. And we're just gonna take a look at some of the sounds in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Got a lot of kicks, 808s. And I think that we should start with one of the loops in here. Let's see. Sometimes it's about hearing new music, right? So if you go into the cloud, you might hear a loop you want to pull up and work on. You might hear something that's gonna inspire you to like start a whole new idea, right? So there's all like the stems to the loop in here. All right, so I'm gonna put them on the, I'm gonna pattern them. Yeah, so I'm just trying to find all like the separate parts of the sample. And then I'm gonna like track it out and like pattern it like my own way. A lot of the melodies in my kit, like we have them stemmed out. Because a lot of the time, like if someone sends me a loop and I pull up a loop, I might not like the way like the loop like progresses through the whole thing, you know? I wanna like get the stems and like do it my own way, the way I hear it. So you can kind of just like put your own taste into it. All right, now I'm gonna like find some drums. I used to play drums and stuff, so like I was always like making music. I loved 50 Cent, so like all the Dr. Dre production and stuff like really made me like a fan of like hip hop. Lex Luger, Zaytoven, Waka Flocka, Slim Duncan. So a lot of inspiration. Now I think it's time for a clap. One of my things is just like speed and just being able to work fast. I feel like that's a big thing with me. It's like a rapper going in the booth freestyling a verse, you know? It's like when I go in and make a beat, I want to be like quick with it. I don't want to overthink it. I want to just go off the top and just do what feels right. All right, time for an 808. I put the Hotel Lobby 808 I created. I put it in this kit too, so I'm just gonna use that. So I think that it would probably sound better if I like lower everything a little bit. I'm gonna drop like the whole beat down like a couple steps. Let's try like drop it like 2 steps. So yeah, that's pretty much like a full beat. I did like a little intro. I did like a 12-bar verse. And then I did a little 8 for the hook. You saw how like I found the original melody and then I had like the stems, and then I was able to track it out based on having the stems of the way I kind of wanted to do it, you know? I like to start with it, build it up, and then strip it down for the verse, and then build it back up for the hook again, you know? My advice for new producers using FL Studio is just to experiment and have fun, because music's like a science, so it's all about formulas and how to start a beat. And once you keep making music, you'll understand, oh, like you might like to start with the drums and then you do the melody. Some people like to start with the melody, then the drums. You might start with the 808 and then do the hi-hats. To open up FL and to start making a beat, there's no one correct way to do it. Everyone does things differently. Everybody patterns their beat differently. I feel like there's no like right or wrong way to make music.